you are going to come up against some moments in your life. I've been there. You're going to come up with some moments in your life. Somebody told you it was over. Somebody told you that just go home and die. Somebody sent you home. Somebody told you you'll never be a doctor. They sent you home, you failed. They sent you home, law school. They sent you home. Some wife, she told you, that's it. I don't want to be married to you. Some husband, he told you, I don't want to be married to you. And he left. Never give up. I need mental toughness. It's no reason to cry. It's a reason to build. It's a reason to get stronger. It's a reason to get more intense. It's a reason to get better. You need one more thing, one more check, one more something to put yourself in a position where you get higher. I don't care if it's fair or not. It's what you got to do. You can get through this because you bigger than this. You better than this. You tougher than this. And when you get to the other side, you're going to be better. You're going to be bigger. You're going to be bolder.
You guys are saying you're doing everything right. You're giving your all. Come on. Your all is a lot more than you know. You got more inside of you to give. Stop selling yourself.
We've come too far to quit now. When you're in the darkest place, when you feel like all is lost, when you think there's no way to turn it around, remember this. Victory is near.
I don't care if you have to inch your way day by day, and it hurts, and it's hard, and nobody can see what you're really going through. If you don't quit, the pit will become your platform. I'm telling somebody right now, your lowest moment, the place where you were that broken, will be the place of your greatest testimony.
I am not phenomenally skilled, but phenomenally will. I will not give up. I will not surrender. I will not quit. And your problem is you're giving up too easy. We've come too far. We've been through too much. We've seen too much. We've had too many victories. We have seen defeat. We've looked defeat in the face, and we've overcome it. We've come too far to be negative now. We've come too far to start overthinking now. Once we hit that wall, we don't quit. We don't give up. We push a switch called will, and we start using our willpower. Yes, we tired. Yes, we're hungry. Yes, the mind is saying give up. Yes, it's saying quit. But we cannot quit because we realize we have not reached the goal yet. This is not what I dreamed about. This is not what I said I was going to do. This is not what it looks like.
Mentally, you must be there before you physically even start. It's a mindset. That dream and success, I'm gonna meet, I'm gonna create. All I have to do is sweat for it, work for it, study for it, drive for it, believe in it. Never take no for an answer, and never give up. When the winds of life don't hit your sail, you grab oars of life. Now you start pushing your body, your boat, your vessel into the harbor of a known point that you want to be. Those won't get you there. You gotta get yourself there, guys.
When you leave the crowd, you start to dream, to express your best of world. You will be different, and people don't like it if you're different.
Every hero you guys had was called an idiot, crazy, a loser.
They will try to tear you down, and they will try to mock you.
When you get to that point of frustration, of anger, that is tremendous fuel for you to go out and do that you want to do. Your goal should be to become so successful in whatever it is that you're trying to do that all the people who said that you, those who look at the floor.
One person with a belief overrides thousands of people with just intent.
The people that are hungry are willing to do the things today others won't do in order to have the things tomorrow others won't have. The spirit of resiliency, the spirit of grit, it's in your DNA, it's in your blood. Overcoming is in your blood. Getting through adversity is in your blood. I need effort from you. I need you to match whatever effort the enemy is putting up. Whoever your enemy is, match the doggone effort. This is what you do. You are built for this.
There's enough out here in life that will bring you to your knees.
It is literally at the darkest moment when it dawns. When I was at my darkest moments, when I was at my lowest places, my darkest days have been my clearest days, my clearest thoughts. My greatest moments didn't come from my greatest moments. My greatest moments came from my greatest defeats. Because it was during my defeat that I had to find a way to get back up. We need defeat. because iron sharpens iron. Stop tripping when it get dark and you running. You running from your success.
But if you got a dream and you got that vision that make your belly leap, don't let nobody tell you can't do it. Don't let nobody tell you that your dream is not big enough, that it's too small. You gotta keep doing that thing. There's not a dream that has not been fulfilled in my life. And it's because of tenacity, it's because of grit, and it's because I didn't give up.
It's like you have to save your own life. Nobody's gonna be able to save it for you. So we have to do what we have to do, no matter what it is.
Something in this universe, something expects you to become something more. That's why it feels so good to become more, to give more, to do more, to shape more, to break through, to overcome your fears, to strengthen yourself.
You are going to have to understand the concept of 3 steps forward, 2 steps back.
We have a choice every day regarding the attitude we will embrace for that day. We cannot change our past. We cannot change the inevitable. The only thing we can do is play the one string we have, and that is our attitude. That's all we can play. I am convinced that life is 10% of what happens to me and 90% of how I react to it. And when you're in charge of your attitude, you say, if it's hard, then do it hard. I won't allow this to stop me.
Some of you right now, you think the dream's over. No, you just need a new strategy. You just need to pivot. Guess it's over. No. Change your plan up. Don't change the vision up. Guess the business is over. No. Just change your plan up. Change your strategy. Pivot. You might fall down, but you can get back up. Change your approach.
You have something great in you. You can do it. Where you are is temporary. You will not be there for the rest of your life. The first level to success in life is you seeing it.
Winners understand that they're going to win before they even win, because winning is a mentality. Winning is something internal. You got to declare it before you do it.
It's done. Every single day, we're not waiting for it to happen. We just don't have sight. Sight is for people who live in the present. We have vision. We're going to make it happen before it happens. You literally have it in the palm of your hand without having it. I saw myself one day being where I am right now. I don't care where you are. Use what you got to get what you want. Use your mind. Use your vision. Use your dream. I dreamed my way out the hood, and then I saw it, and then I would get up every day and I would grind hard. You can't win it if you can't see it. The vision. You gotta see yourself winning in practice. You gotta see yourself winning the game. I was here before I was here. I envisioned it. I saw it already. If you would just believe it before it happens, if you would just believe that your day coming, that the sacrifices you are making today, they gonna pay off. But if you do not believe, it ain't gonna happen.
You're about to give up on your marriage. You're about to give up on the business. You are about to give up on your dreams. And I know it hurts. And I know you don't want to take it anymore, but don't give up.
This fire you're feeling, this frustration you're feeling, this is what is going to make you into the weapon that you are going to become, that will build the life that you are out to build.
When the strong have no more left, they fight, they fight, they fight. The weak, when they have no more left, they quit, they give up, they surrender, they retreat, and there's nothing weak about you.
We take all the negative, we take all the frustration, we take all the things that piss us off, and every single time we feel like quitting, every single time we feel like throwing in the towel, we list down the things that people have said to us, we list down the things that people have done to us, and we find the energy to go take productive action. How powerful could you be as a creator, as someone who's in search of greatness, if you are able to take the positive energy and you're able to use all the frustration, all the anger, all the pain, all the disrespect, all the doubt, and you're able to take all that energy at any given time and then flip it over into something that actually makes you better? How can you compete with someone like that? You can't. Those are the people that win, and that is why they win, and that's why you're gonna win.
The weight of the challenges and the trials of life can drive you into the ground, and that weight can wear you down and break you. Life is gonna break you. You can break physically, you can break mentally, you can break your heart, you can break your spirit, and none of those are fun, and all of those are gonna leave a mark. But the mark that they leave can be the mark of victory or it can be the mark of defeat.
I love the fact that it took me 20 years to get where I am. Because here's the thing, you could take every single thing away from me right now. You could take away my business, take away my house, take away my cars, every dollar I have. And guess what I have left? I have the last 20 years of skills. I have the last 20 years of experience. I have the last 20 years of understanding what it takes. And nobody could take that away from me.
My arm and my hand is paralyzed. My heart isn't. My mindset isn't. My spirit, my disposition, my attitude, my dedication, my commitment isn't. It didn't penetrate it. It didn't hit me in my soul because I control this narrative, man.
That can't break you. Only you can break you.
The key is you. Products don't win for you. Systems don't win for you. IQs don't win for you. College degrees don't win for you. You win. The difference is you.
If you would just stand up for yourself, if you would just stop letting people push you over, if you would stop being afraid of conflict, if you would just say, you know what, I deserve this too. Everybody can't respond and everybody can't recover. The only thing you got as a man, your character, your integrity, and what you stand on. That's the only thing you got. When it's all said and done, the only thing you got as a man is what you stand on, what you say, what it means to you. It's about the sacrifice, the honor, the work, the commitment level, what you had to go through in order to get to this moment, being battle tested. I'm talking every single day. I'm talking every single rep. I'm talking every opportunity. If there's any fear in your spirit right now, it ain't for you. There's for warriors, man. There's for soldiers, man.
A warrior says, hey, I'm here again today. I'm here again tomorrow. I'm gonna be here the next day. I'm 50 years old, I'm after it. It's a person that puts no limit on what's possible.
Adversity is nothing but an opportunity to show what you're really made of. So now when I see adversity coming down the street, I open the door. Adversity ain't got a knock. I open the door, I welcome. Hey, come on in. I've been waiting for you. I got somebody for you. That warrior inside of me, he ready for you. Yeah, that soldier inside, he ready for you. Let's go. What we doing? Because I know once I defeat you, once I embrace you, then there's a next level that's gonna be unlocked. There's a higher version of myself that I'm going to meet, and that warrior inside of me is gonna get stronger.
You gotta see beyond the circumstance, see beyond the season, see beyond the hour. The other side is just inches away. The other side is closer than you think. The other side is within your grasp.
When running a 26-mile marathon, you're going to hit a wall, that 18-mile wall. Every runner, prior to getting there, everything in their bodies, their muscles, everything in them tell them to give up. They just want to surrender and get off the track. And many people do. Many just say, hey, it's not worth it and go off. Many start, but few finish. And that few that finish, that just keep on there in spite of the pain, in spite of the agony. They just keep on. And once they break through that wall, they know when you get past 18 miles, you're not going to turn around. You're going to go the rest of the 26. Now it's just automatic. Is that a question of whether or not you will do it? It's done. And I'm saying to you, as you're working on your goals, I can tell you that you're going to have the 18-mile wall in your life.
You don't know what's ahead of you. And that 70% you giving right now, a trial or a tribulation might come. A storm might be coming, and it's going to break you if you at 60. When you talk about toughness is like the movie Troy. Achilles, he was a warrior, he was a dog. And he wasn't the biggest, he wasn't the most imposing figure. They're like, why ain't nobody beat you yet? Like, why don't you retreat? He said, that's your problem. You base your greatness upon what you up against. He said, so if you up against somebody you think you're going to dominate, you the man. He said, but when opposition, adversity, or challenge present, we don't know what we getting. We talking consistency. He said, but I want what all other men want. But when opposition hits, when adversity hits, when the challenge hits, when the blood, when the cuts, when the scars, when the bruises come, I just wanted a little bit more than they wanted. Toughness.
When the going get tough, the toughs get going. Tough times never last, but tough people do. And you are tough. You're made of some special stuff. When you refuse to turn around because of obstacles, when it gets rough, when you say whatever price I must pay, I will do that. It's done. When the course is set, everything is in alignment. You have done what you're supposed to do. You've flipped through the hoops. You've gone through the obstacles. You've done the preparation. Once you get rolling on the track, once you get started, it's done. Why? Because you're building up momentum. It's done. It's done. It's done in you before it happens out here.
What do I do when my situation does not line up with my expectation? Where I am is not where I saw myself being.
I think some of us in this room, we're giving up on our vision, the what, because the how got hard.
How bad do you really want it? How bad you want it, huh? You're gonna lose all of the materialistic things you have. How focused can you be? You're gonna lose your job, and people who you thought will help you won't be there for you. How positive can you be now?
The greatest opportunities require the most grit. If you want more from life, be prepared to pay for it.
I wish I could tell you I just woke up one day and I just made up my mind to live a life full of joy. That's not what happened. I had to open the closet. That closet that I had been stuffing pain and fear and failure and depression in my whole life. I had to open up that closet. I had to stare it all dead in the face. I had to cry. I had to go half crazy. I had to embrace that trauma and accept the darkness. The shift is being willing to die to whatever we were before the pain to birth the person that we're becoming.
And you got to believe even if there's no reason to believe. When you see those things that you've been working on just crumble in your face, you still got to believe. When friends who should be a source of strength and encouragement, relatives who should be there to inspire you and motivate you and tell you you can't do it, you still got to believe. Oh, in those moments in the middle of the night when doubts start creeping in your mind and you wonder whether or not you have what it takes, and sometimes you wonder if you're going crazy and you don't know if the clock is going to run out before you can live up to your dream, you still got to believe. With no money in your pocket and you don't know how you're going to make it, you know your paycheck's gone before you get, you still got to believe. Sometimes feeling lonely and crying and feel like your back is pressed up against the wall. You got to believe. You want something? You make up your mind. I'm making up my mind. I'm getting out of here. I'm going to do it. You got to talk to yourself sometimes. You hear me? You got to talk to yourself. And yes, I was scared. And yes, it's going to be hard. It's going to be difficult. And you get more no's than you do yes. But when you hold out, things will begin to happen. You won't even understand how. But you got to make up your mind that you deserve it, that you want it, and won't do without it. You've got to make up your mind that whatever it takes, we know there's no free lunch in life. Whatever it takes, I'm going to do it so I can get it. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. Oh, no, it's not going to be easy. Some people say, well, it's hard. If it's hard, then do it hard.
You have an unconquerable soul. You can stand up inside of yourself. You've got to learn to stand up to yourself inside yourself and short circuit, override that conversation that's always going on. 85% of what that conversation will tell you is negative. It will tell you you're tired when you really are not tired. It will tell you you can't do it. It will fill you with fear. So you've got to watch that conversation. And when you find it going on, you've got to stand up to it and say, shut up! I'm going to do this anyhow. I'm afraid, but I'm afraid not to do it. And I'm not going to let you stop me.
You need to be aggressive. You need to be demanding. You need to be in control. You need to be decisive. You can't tell me no. I work too hard. I get up too early. I stay up too late. You can't tell me no. Play your hand, doggone. Play your hand. You are alive. Stop crying about your hand and stop wishing you had another one. Play your hand. You got it going on. You don't. You can do it. I can because I have the ability to do it. I got what it takes. I will because I'm strong and I can overcome any obstacle. I must, because they count on me. I dare you to find the strength. I dare you to stand up and show them that there's no stopping you.
They asked Thomas Edison, say, how did you continue to go on? How did you motivate yourself after failing over 10,000 times and inventing the light bulb? He said, I didn't fail 10,000 times. I found 10,000 ways that did not work. You know, you're here today, you're gone today. You can't get out of life alive, so start living it with a sense of urgency and live it on your terms. You don't know what you can't do.
Don't let this negative world get to you. Don't let it win.
If you develop yourself, if you prepare yourself, There's a great deal of negativity out here in this world, but you have got to begin to insulate yourself mentally and don't allow it to penetrate your shield. You've got to learn how to exist in the world and not allow the world to exist in you.
It's a difference between being a thermometer and being a thermostat. A lot of people are thermometers. They fluctuate with life. Things are going well, they feel good and they're positive. They have a yes I can attitude. Things don't go well, now they're depressed. But then when you are a thermostat, you don't let the circumstances determine you. You go into a negative situation, you'll make it positive. You must be patient, persistent, and positive no matter what. Because when you are negative, you're sending out negative energy and you're blocking your good. Wherever you are in life, you've got comeback power. I don't care how low you are. I don't care what you have done. I don't care what you have experienced. I don't care how devastated your life might appear to be. The shambles it might be in. There's a power in you that can enable you to be stronger and better than anything that's out here. So you got to prepare yourself. You've got to develop yourself. You've got to practice. You've got to work. You've got to do your homework. You've got to do your research. And competency builds confidence. And confidence feeds into competency. The better you become, the more confident you feel. And the more confident you feel, the better you want to become. You realize that you have no ceiling. That you can better whatever you've done so far. You can go beyond that.
We gotta look our trauma in the face. We gotta embrace the pain and the darkness and allow it to mold us. The dark times are when we build higher, dream harder, push further, love deeper. We gotta become something new. You take those terrible events in your life and you create a new story of triumph.
If you resolve within yourself that you want now to build a new life for yourself, you want your life to go in another direction, you now want to begin to manifest your greatness and call on the creative energies within you to help you to create a new future for yourself, that you will give your total being, every ounce in you, whatever has to be done, you will do whatever is required, and if that's not enough, you will do some more. And if you resolve that, I say to you that the universe is on your side. I say to you, some doors will open to you if you develop that sense of purpose with your life.
Stress, depression, and not believing in what you are, your confidence. Those three things will destroy any dream.
Your imagination is the evidence of things not seen. Because your imagination, you're the only one can see it.
Regardless of how serious your condition might appear to be, in spite of what the doctors might have said to you, in spite of the pain, what I want you to begin to know is that it's possible that you can survive. You have to know within yourself that I can do this. Even if no one else sees it for me, I must see it for myself.
Your history, it's not in charge of your destiny. You gotta move on. You gotta let go of the mistake. You gotta let go of the guilt. Your future, it's bright. I hope it's this anchor.
When there's hope in the future, that gives you power in the present. Before anything can take place, you've got to believe in your heart of hearts that it's possible that you can be this.
You are powerful. You might not like conflict, but you're gonna have to deal with it. Either way, you're gonna have to deal with it, so either you deal with it on the winning end, or you deal with it on you got punked. You make that decision. Are they gonna punk you, or are you gonna stand up for yourself?
We've got to acknowledge what we're feeling, but also connect with that part of us that knows that you're powerful. And that your circumstances, they don't determine you. You determine your circumstances. You've got to mobilize your mind and your spirit. It's possible that I can beat this. It's necessary that I do this. I'm not through yet. I got some things I've got to do. I'm going to control my own personal economy. I've got a dream I want to achieve. I am the captain of my ship. I'm going to control my destiny, and whatever it takes, I'm willing to do the work. I'm not through yet. I'm not going out like this. I'm going to fight.
If you fight and do not give up, if you fight and do not surrender, if you fight and you do not bend, if you fight and do not break, you will break that thing that's coming up against you. So fight.
When you get to a point in your life and you feel that you have hit the end of the road, that's when you have to dig deeper. That's when you have to work harder. That's when you have to shut out all the noise and listen to your passion. Listen to your heart.
When it boils down to it, I'm a go-getter, and I'm a flat out go and get it. And nothing will not stop me from getting it. I'm gonna give everything I got to everything I'm involved in because that's just the way I'm cut. You don't have to give me a reward for it. That's what I'm supposed to do. That's how I'm supposed to rock, and that's how I'm supposed to live my life. No, I'm gonna live my life a certain type of way because this is the standard of excellence that I should possess. It had nothing to do with the outcome. That's just how I'm cut. I'm gonna go get it because I'm built for it.
Let the other guys quit. Let him quit. Let him go. Let him get out of the game. When it gets hard and you're tired, you want to just quit and give out, they're getting tired too. You know what I love? Who's going to quit? If you make a choice right now that I will never quit, what I want, what my goals are, what I'm after, what's being successful and me being happy means to me, that's what I want, I'm not going to quit till I get that. Ever. I will never quit, and then I'll protect it until I die and keep elevating. If you'll make this decision right now, you will be unstoppable. You will be unbeatable. And I don't care how many times you fail, you will get to where you want to go. Let the other guys quit.
You keep going. You keep trusting. You keep believing. Learn to walk alone sometimes. To be strong when you need to be strong. To understand that not everybody will be with you. Stop looking for other people to lift you up when you are down. I have to be the one to take the steps. I have to be the one that make the mistakes. I have to be the one that may fail from time to time. But I mustn't never give up. When everyone else wants to quit, I will stand. When everyone looks down on me, I will stand. When everyone thinks that I don't have what it takes, I will stand. But I will not bow down. I will not give up. I will do my work. I will make everything count each and every day of my life. And I must be willing to do what I must do to get where I need to be in my life. I refuse to say that I don't have it. I refuse to say that I can't do it. I must stand. I must work. I must believe. I will fight. I will work. I will push. And I will never quit on me.
The thing about struggle, the thing about adversity, the thing when no one's around, it's just you and your shadow. What are you gonna do, man? When everything says quit, look at you going.
Your brain is the only thing you have, and your brain is talking to you in all kind of ways, and it wants to control you and pull you in these different pockets. If you can't control your own brain, and your brain controls you, you got to tell your brain where you want to go and how you want to go and how you want to get there. You got to control it. If not, it's over. When you get beat all the time, your mind wants to go to that nice spot where you're comforted, where you're not trying, where it's easy. It doesn't want to think. You have all these things in the mind, and the mind can only absorb so much. So all the pain that has to go through, it wants to push it away and say, let's not do that. So every day I'm fighting where the mind wants to go. There has to be something so deep in you that drives you.
Oh, I'm wired differently. I didn't start crying. I didn't say, why me? I'm doing good to the world. I'm not hurting anybody. Why me? I'm wired differently. We turn tragedy into triumph. That's what lions do. Lions don't cry. Lions don't give up. Lions don't quit. Lions hunt. That's what we do for a living. And if you are a true lion, it does not make a difference what the circumstances is.
It means put your back into it. It means put your will into it. It means put your legs into it. It means keep pushing and keep pushing and keep pushing. It means don't stop until you reach your goal.
I want you to climb the mountain. I don't care what the mountain is. Academic probation, climb it. You done broke up with somebody, climb it. You're gonna be okay. You were diagnosed with something, climb it. You broker than you ever been, climb it. You're not where you want to be, climb it. Whatever your goal is, you keep going till you get there. This will not be the death of us. This test will be our testimony, and this mess will be our message.
We can make it! We gotta believe, we gotta be mentally strong. When we tired, that's when we gotta put our fundamentals together. That's when we gotta be more focused. I'm gonna get fundamentally strong. Everybody's great when they're not tired. The champions is when they tired, that's when the real champions come out. That's when that real dog come out. Have some heart. Remember your why. When you see I'm tired, I'ma keep going. Keep going.
I want y'all to give everything you got. You make a commitment. It doesn't matter if the winds and the waves come. It doesn't matter if the storm comes. Just keep rowing. You can't stop until you get there. If the ship goes down, you keep rowing. If the sides come off, you keep going. If you lose one of your paddles, you keep going. Hope, hope. Don't ever lose your hope, because once you lose your hope, you lost everything. I just need you to keep moving. I need you to make up in your mind that the only way you can lose is if you quit. I just need you to keep going. I might not have been stronger. I might not have been smarter. I might not have been brighter, but I made up in my mind, I'm gonna get through this. I am not phenomenally skilled, but I'm phenomenally willed. My IQ may never change, but my will changes every year. I get stronger and stronger and more determined. Why? Because it's in my DNA. When you get to this point, it ain't talent, it ain't smarts, it ain't none of that. It's that dog.
When you think of A-list actors, Harrison Ford has been at the top of that list for 4 years. And I guarantee you, some idiot has said that every single success that Harrison Ford has had must be nice, because people only see the highlights. They don't see the 20 years that this man put into this craft. They don't see the hard times. They weren't there for the work. They didn't see him sweat. They didn't see him panic. They didn't see him have nervous breakdowns. They weren't there cheering him on when he got rejected again and again and again, but refused to quit. That's why Harrison Ford is a multimillionaire. That's why he's a Hollywood legend. So if you want to win, it's all about what you're willing to do, how long you're willing to go, how many punches you're willing to take in the face, and how many times you're willing to get back up. That can't break you. Only you can break you.
I need you to stop talking negative, and I need you to decide what area do you want to win. And I need you to wake up tomorrow ready to put work in. I need you to wake up tomorrow, and I need you to be determined that no matter what, this is my North Star. This is what I want to do. This is what I want to accomplish, and I need you to go get it.
The last chapter of your story has not been written yet. The fact that you're here today is a testament to the fact that whatever you're up against hasn't been able to destroy you.
Don't give in. Don't be like everybody else. Don't give up. Don't settle because things are hard.
Now, will it be turbulent? Yes. Will it be easy? No. Will I make a lot of mistakes? Yes. Will I get hurt? Yes. Pain is everywhere. Most people spend their life not wanting to deal with the pain of rejection, the pain of defeat, the pain of losing, the pain of failure, the pain. That's called life. Life is full of pain, but there's no gain without pain.
We are being pressed from every side by troubles, but we're not crushed. We're not boxed in. We're not left without a way out. We are not cornered. So the problems are coming in from every angle, but there is always a way of escape.
You want me to tell you to give up? Huh? You want me to tell you to quit? It's all right to give up. It's all right to surrender. That's what you want me to say? I can't tell you that. But what I can tell you is this, that I did it, and I got here from my mind, and I envisioned it. I saw myself when I was still homeless, when I was still a high school dropout, when I was sleeping in abandoned buildings. I saw myself one day being where I am right now. I don't care where you are. Use what you got to get what you want. Use your mind. Use your vision. Use your dream. I dreamed my way out the hood. I dreamed my way out, and then I saw it, and then I would get up every day, and I would grind hard. You gotta have a why. You gotta have a reason for why you do what you do. If you don't know what your why is, and your why isn't strong, you're gonna get knocked out every single day. But when you know what your why is, you can make it.
You've got to activate the thinker in you. Don't allow your emotions to control you. We are emotional, but you want to begin to discipline your emotion. If you don't discipline and contain your emotions, they will use you.
What if you lose? What if you fail? What if things don't work out? So what? It's not about the goals that you reach, it's about what you become in the process. That's what it's about.
50% of winning is showing up for the fight. The fight is half over when you show up. You will never win a fight you don't show up for.
I'm showing up for the fight. Here I am, ready for duty. I'm gonna face this head on and let the chips fall where they may.
Every one of my successes is stacked on top of failures. The joy is not in the success, the joy is in trying. The joy is in the process. That I'm gonna keep working, I'm gonna keep going at it. See, failure is forming my future. Failure is just another peg in the ladder for me to go higher.
It's been rough, it's been hard, but I made up in my mind that I will get a reward for the pain that I go through. You will not stop me.
It's hard. I know it's hard, but do it hard.
The greatest test is in transition. If you are being tested, you are in transition.
And you gotta get it in your brain that where you are right now is not the end. It's just a transition.
Stop letting stuff derail you. Stop getting stuck. Every time life don't go your way, stop quitting. Stop giving up. Keep fighting in the midst of the struggle. Keep fighting. Keep thinking positive. You only lose when you quit. You gotta put up the dukes, baby. And you gotta be willing to fight that thing out. If you would be willing to fight your way through this battle, fight your way through cancer, fight your way through that academic struggle, fight your way through divorce, fight your way through that singing career, fight your way through boxing, fight your way through football. I'm telling you, at the end of the fight is going to come victory. Recycle your pain. You can decide the shape, the form. You can decide the product that comes from your pain.
And maybe you've been knocked down in your life and it seems like, hey, the fight is over. It is not over if you've been knocked down. It's only over if you quit. We may be knocked down, but we're never knocked out. We get up again and we keep going. If you make the decision to get up one more time, I'm telling you, you will win the fight.
When you start anything, to learn something new, to create a business, to become more in shape, the first step, the first day, the first minute, you're excited. You're like, yeah, I'm gonna do this. The next day comes and you're like, man, this is a little tougher. And then you take another step and another step, and you end up admitting to yourself, this is pretty damn hard. The enthusiasm from the beginning of the process starts to fade out. You forgot why you started. All you could think about is that next grueling step, that next terrible workout, that next day at work that you just can't stand anymore. And you forget the purpose of why you started. And things become monotonous. They become hard. They become miserable. You become angry. You become frustrated. And guys, that is normal. Anytime you start something new, anytime you set out on a new path, anytime you move out of your comfort zone, you're gonna go through a bell curve of frustration. You're gonna be excited, you're gonna be pumped, you're gonna have the momentum to carry you through the first 2 or 3 or 4 days. Maybe it's a week, maybe it's 3 weeks. But what happens when that energy fades? What happens when you start to get frustrated? What happens when you start to feel like a grind and things get grueling and they get gritty and they get tough and it gets harder to move through the process every single day? What happens then? Most people quit.
Do not accept that. Do not allow the process to break you. You embed that long-term goal into your brain, and every single day of your life, from here on out, you do something about it. However small or insignificant each step may seem, you take it, you make it happen.
The way in which you make massive progress is learning the art of becoming single-minded, learning how to concentrate, learning how to focus in. And you'll be surprised of the things that you're able to do when you learn how to block things out, when you learn how to keep thine eyes single.
Clarity is power. If you know exactly what it is you really want, what you desire, what you're really after, the more clear you are on specifically what you want, the faster your brain can get you there. Your brain's like a servo mechanism and a missile. It locks on the heat signature, what does it do? It moves and follows it. That's the way your brain is if it knows the outcome, if it knows the result. I need to know the result and the after before I ever ask myself what to do. Stay focused on the target. The target is not the activity. The activity can change. It's what's the result I'm after. If you just keep looking at those outcomes every day, how am I doing on that outcome? Your brain will come up with ways to get to that outcome. I promise you. Focus on outcomes, not on activities.
You'll be surprised at the ideas is that will come to you, of the opportunities that you'll be able to see. You'll begin to see things that have been staring there, looking you in the face, saying, I can't believe this has been here all this time.
If you're creative enough, can you find the answer, yes or no? If you're determined enough, can you find the breakthrough, yes or no? If you're passionate, loving enough, can you get someone to help you, yes or no? If there's no way that you're committed, can you find the money, even if you don't have it, yes or no? Creativity, decisiveness, passion, these are the ultimate human resources. And when you engage these resources, you can get any other resource on earth. And if you don't have what you want, stop telling yourself the story because you don't have the money, you don't have the time. It's because you haven't committed yourself where you would burn your boats. If you want to take an island, burning boats, and you will take the island because people, when they're going to either die or succeed, tend to succeed.
And you've got to be so relentless, regardless of what comes down the pike, that you're always looking for a way to get over, always looking for a way that you can break through, always looking for a way that you can win, always looking for a way that you can strike a telling blow.
Wherever focus goes, energy flows.
If you focus on the obstacles, all you will see is obstacles. I can't get apart. I can't do this versus I'm going to keep doing this. It's such a huge thing to convert things into the affirmative.
See, a lot of us, because of our limited vision of ourselves, a lot of us who begin to focus on problems and enable them to overwhelm us, we begin to think that we have no options. We begin to believe that there's no way out. There's always a way. Where there's a will, there's a way.
But many of you all over the place, and that's why you'll never be what you want to be. That's why you'll never have what you want to have. And I'm asking that the 24 hours in your life be very intentional, very deliberate, that you be very strategic. You're very deliberate about what time you wake up. You're very deliberate about what time you go to bed. You're very deliberate about what you eat. You're very deliberate about the people you bring in your life. You are very deliberate about the books that you read. You're very deliberate about what you watch on television. You are very, very focused, intentional, and deliberate. You go in the future and you see your future, baby. You look at it. You see where you want to be in 20 years, in 30 years, in 40 years. And then you come back to the present, to this particular day, to this particular spot. Get in the spot and you master today, and you don't worry about tomorrow, and you ain't tripping on your past. Why? Because your past don't count no more, and your future is so far ahead that you don't even need to be worried about that. You master the present. You master Monday, and then you take on Tuesday. And once you lick Tuesday, then you say Wednesday, come on. And then you take Thursday, and then you master Friday. And then you tell the weekend, bring it on. And when you get to the point where you start winning the day, then you start winning a week. And then you start winning a month. And then you start winning a year. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Go fast, go hard, and win the day. And if you can do that, you'll have, you'll be, and you'll do whatever you want to do.
There is no testimony without a trial. It is supposed to be hard. That rough process is necessary. It's what makes you who you are.
You've got to be flexible, you've got to be versatile, and you've got to be adaptable. You've got to deal with circumstances such as you find them. Why? Because a lot of stuff is going to be thrown at you. Many times you're not going to have time to prepare. Sometimes people come out of nowhere with stuff, and you've got to stand up inside of yourself and handle it. You got to trust that you're going to be all right. You have no evidence to support it. It doesn't make sense. You can't point anything to say, well, this is why. There's no logic in it. There's no way in which you can logically and practically and realistically support it and prove it. That's why you got to have faith and you got to have trust. Somehow, some way, you got to have that you're going to come through. What is it that will make it worth it for you to face the rejections when you want to give up and things are working against you? What is it that will make it worth it for you to brainstorm and not be intimidated and say, I can do this? What is it that will make it worth it for you to raise the bar on yourself and say, I got some more stuff in me? What is it that will help you get back up again?
You better go inside. You still looking outside for the stuff that's already inside. You still looking for someone to save you when you already your superhero. You looking for some information from somebody when you already got what you need in your head. It's just time for you to get up and be the best version of you.
When you get your butt knocked out, the only way you can get back up is from the inside out. I got what it takes. I got average skill, but I got phenomenal will. I can. I have the ability to do it. I will. I have the willpower to make it happen. I must. Somebody count on me. Arise. Get your butt up. You don't belong at the bottom, and it's time for you to get your butt from down there. It's time for you to stop being comfortable at the bottom. Get your butt up and get to where you're supposed to be. This ain't time to be whining. This ain't time to be crying. This is time to get focused. Once you start questioning yourself, you already lost. Once you start questioning yourself, once you start going into a state of depression, and you start being by yourself, and you start thinking and wondering, once you start wondering, you already lost. Even if you don't believe.
You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in your product. You have to believe in your service. And you have to sell you every day. The biggest sale that I make every day that Les Brown, you can do this. I can beat this. If other people can do it, then it's possible that I can do it. You're going to break records. You're going to do some things when you challenge yourself, when you work on yourself, because you don't get in life what you want, you get in life what you are. If you want to improve your income, you want to improve your circumstances, you want to improve your life, you got to first improve yourself.
Spend more time on yourself than what you've been spending. Working on yourself, talking to yourself, overcoming the negative conversation, that inner dialogue that's going on all the time. It's very important. You owe that to yourself. And so learning how to empower yourself, you've got to learn to make a conscious, deliberate, determined effort to stand up inside yourself. Working on yourself, watching that inner dialogue, it will determine the quality of your life. Because you are creating your own production. You are the star of your show. You are the director. You're writing the script. And you will determine whether your life is a smash office hit or flop. You begin to realize that your dream and your gifts have so much meaning and so much value for you till your hunger for them will begin to push you past the fear. Your hunger to have them will give you a special drive. You want to become a risk taker. You want to raise the bar on yourself. Most people won't do that.
Most people are gonna think you're weird. They're gonna think you're crazy.
People are gonna think you're crazy.
Get away from people in your life that's hating. Get away from your family members that ain't ever opened a business. Get away from your family members that ain't ever followed their dream. Get away from them.
Don't expect people to understand you. Don't expect it to make sense to anybody why you've got to do this. There's some people that won't like you. Who do you think you are? You are arrogant. What do you think you can do? You think you can get away with that?
I'm fighting with folks who not even fighting, but they got something to say about how we fight. You're not even fighting. You ain't doing nothing. And for those of us who get up and go out, you got something to say about how we do what we do it. Stop talking to us who perform. Stop critiquing us. Stop telling us what to do and how to do it.
Build the kind of life that says, I told you so, without having to say a word. Every negative comment should trigger you into productive action. Every time somebody says something to you, you should go do whatever it is that is going to make them have to eat their words. Right then, right now.
I've had my haters. I've had people who've come against me, who try to sabotage me. I'm like the lion. I'm not the gazelle. I don't need something external to motivate me. I find something within. That's what lions do. Lions don't cry. Lions don't give up. Lions don't quit. Lions hunt. That's what we do for a living. I must be the greatest, not because I'm cocky, but I gotta tell myself I'm the best if I'm gonna be the best. I gotta believe in me before anybody else believe in me.
Sooner or later, everything in your life is going to tell you to stop. Everything's going to tell you to give up. Everything's going to test your limits. But that's okay.
It's okay to be tested. That's how you get stronger. It's okay to cry. That shows you care. It's okay to want to give in. That means you're human.
Rough times are gonna come. They're gonna beat you to the ground. But these times have not come to stay. They have come to pass.
Sometimes not getting what you want is the most valuable experience of your entire life. Sometimes utter pain. Pain is the greatest asset in the world, because when people succeed, they party, and when they fail, they ponder. That's where the change comes from. What if problems were always gifts? What if every single problem really was a gift in your life? What if every problem you ever had was life happening for you, not to you? What if everything in our lives was guided? What if everything in our life was divine timing? Everything, even the pain. Every problem is temporary. Only your soul is permanent.
This is not the end for you. There is still hope. If you can muster up enough strength to hold on and hold out, you can get through this.
Because you're tougher than this. You can overcome more than you think you can. You're more powerful than you can ever begin to imagine.
The way you get to the next level of your life is keep going. Keep going, keep running. Even when you don't even know, even you get turns into chaos. Because if you can operate in chaos, the world becomes Disneyland. Problems become scratches. I can lose my car. Somebody can blow it up. I'm gonna go have some sushi with my wife and think about the solution, not the problem.
There is another level. The only reason you keep saying there isn't is you feel so exhausted about where you are. But life, the universe, or God is just testing you because there is another level. There's a level where all your dreams are realized. There's a level that you've always dreamed about. It is real. It has not gone away. But it takes that extra burst when you think there's nothing left. There's no way. You've tried everything 10 million times and you keep going. If you keep hitting this wall enough times, I will see that you will not stop, that you are filled with that level of determination, faith, and courage, and then the door opens. And it's just 2 million years above, and most people give up because they're exhausted. And there's some people who go, the harder I hit it, the more I hit it, sooner or later it's going down, I'm not stopping. And when you do that enough, it pops open. When you're in the darkest place, when you feel like all is lost, when you think there's no way to turn it around, remember this: victory is near.
This is your life. This is your dream. You're the master. You're the captain of your ship. Don't let anything or anyone take away that thing you want. But you gotta be willing to stand up to failure, stand up to pain, stand up to trials and tribulations, and decide within yourself that I will not stop until I get what I want.
I will not stop in the middle of the process. I will not surrender. I will not be defeated. I will take everything that happens to me in my life and I will turn all the pain into my fuel for success. The hard times I'm facing might make it more difficult or inconvenient for me to get where I want to go, but it will not stop me. It will not determine my reality. I'm the only limit for what I can become and achieve.
You have not seen the best days of your life yet. The best for you is still yet to come. You can do more, be more, have more. But you have to start living your life in expectation of great things. You've got to start expecting things to work in your favor in order for it to happen. If you live your life in positive expectations, that's what happens to you. But if you live your life in despair, that's what happens to you.
Your journey, your fight, it's not going to be easy. It's going to test you, push you, challenge you in ways you never imagined. But that's the beauty of it. That's where you find your true strength. You'll discover parts of yourself you never knew existed. Every challenge, every obstacle, every setback is an opportunity to grow stronger, to become more resilient.
Your dreams are worth the struggle. Your goals deserve your dedication. They are worth the pain, worth the blood, worth the sweat, worth the tears. It may not feel like it right now in the middle of what you're going through, but you will be glad you stuck it out.
Let every no, every rejection, every failure drive you to do better. Let it be the reason you push harder, go further, reach higher. I need you to embrace the journey with all its ups and downs. For it's in this journey that you find your true self, your unbreakable spirit, your unyielding determination.
The road to success is littered with the stories of those who gave up too soon, who let their dreams slip through their fingers because they stopped when they were just a step away from greatness. You are stronger than you think, more capable than you know, and more resilient than you believe. Inside you lies a well of untapped potential waiting to burst forth, but it requires you to keep moving, to keep striving, and to keep saying to yourself, I will not stop. Today, make a pledge to yourself. A pledge that no matter how hard it gets, no matter how impossible it seems, you will keep going.
You will face the storm, you will endure the pain, and you will overcome the challenges because you are a warrior, a champion, a dreamer who dares to fight for what they deserve.
I'm not a failure. A failure is someone who's given up. I won't ever give up. I won't ever give in.
Every single one of these obstacles in your way is an opportunity in disguise. The greatest achievements often arise from the ashes of our greatest struggles. The night is always darkest just before dawn, and it is in this darkness that your light has the chance to shine the brightest.
There's going to be things that go on that are out of your control. The worst thing you can do is let something that's out of your control you. Get control of yourself, get control of your emotions. Don't get angry, don't get frustrated. Instead, stay calm and figure out how to move forward.
You are closer than what you think. You close, and the devil done told you, just get a divorce. You close, hold on. You close, you about to drop out. You gone too far now. You ain't got but 2 credits. Hold on. You 3 kids in. You can't quit now. Hold on. But this is my 6th time taking it. You gonna pass on the 7th. Hold on. But you better get something from all that hell you've been through. I'm talking to somebody. You ought to get excited. You are 100 yards away. You are 100 yards away. You can see it in the distance. You can see it in the distance. You close, boo. Don't give up now. You close, my brother. Hold on.
I don't care if you have to inch your way day by day, even if you have to crawl, even if it hurts even if it's harder than anything you've ever been through. And nobody can see what you're really going through. And people are laughing at you, and they're doubting you. If you don't quit, this pain, this tragedy, this trial, this will become your greatest moment of growth. This is what makes a champion. I'm telling you right now, your lowest moment will be the birthplace of your biggest success. Even when everything inside of you screams that you stop, you've got to keep fighting. Fight through the tears. Fight through the storms. Fight through the battles with your family. Fight through the battles with yourself. Fight through whatever is in front of you, and don't ever stop fighting.
What you're going through right now is necessary. You are forging the skills. You are forging the determination. You are forging the grit. You are forging the fortitude. You are forging all the things that nobody else is gaining because they're sitting on their hands and you're willing to push through.
And it's not going to be easy. If it was, everybody would do it. But I know you have the ability to make it happen.
You gotta learn how not to give up or how not to give in, but you gotta find your why, and you gotta understand that greatness is within you, and you gotta pull it out. You gotta climb every mountain. You gotta pick up all the weight. You gotta cry if you got to, but whatever you do, you cannot give up. You cannot give in. And if you give up and give in, you will never experience greatness. So keep going.
If we can realize that life is always happening for us, not to us, game over. All the pain and suffering disappear.
And realize if it was easy, everybody would do it. Nobody ever said it would be easy. But I know greatness is within you, and you got what it takes. So get up and let's make it happen.
Where focus goes, energy flows. If you want to improve, if you want to reach all the goals you've told yourself you'd like to achieve, you gotta start eliminating all the things that don't support the direction you're trying to go.
The path to greatness demands an unyielding focus and discipline. It's about daring to push beyond your limits, fighting relentlessly for your dreams. Your legacy is shaped by the intensity of your desire and the consistency of your focus.
This isn't about idly waiting for the perfect moment or for things to fall into place. It's about waking up each day with the determination to dominate that day more than any other. Drill into your mind that you're in control and you're the one who will make things happen.
Be unapologetically savage about your dreams. If something or someone doesn't contribute to your growth or add value to your journey, consider it dead weight and let it go. This includes negative people, bad habits, and time-wasting activities. Remember, you don't have time for anything that doesn't help you grow and achieve your goals.
When you're great, you don't just focus on the year. You don't just focus on the month. You don't just focus on a week. You focus intensely on the 24 hours in front of you and work as hard as possible to nail it.
When you give up, your mind thinks it's over, so it stops growing. There's no development when you give up, but when you can say, screw this is awful, I'm overwhelmed, I'm in pain, I'm struggling, I'm hurting, but decide not to leave, your mind gets the message. It realizes he's sticking around, so we need to adapt. We need to improve. That's when different parts of your brain kick into gear. You start using parts of your mind you never used before, especially when you're struggling and you refuse to quit.
You have to direct your brain and tell it where you want to go and how you plan to get there. I've learned that if I keep pushing, keep returning to the challenge, your mind understands, all right, we got to work this out because he is not giving up.
You gotta quit quitting. Quitting should be off the table. You have to not allow it to be an option. Any route you choose to reach your goals, if that goal is worth reaching, will be damn tough. So stop basing your decision to quit on how hard the task is. Every single path leading to where you want to be will be challenging. Struggle, frustration, these are indicators that you're on the right track and making headway.
No one who's where you want to be got there without these struggles, without fighting, without pain, without feeling low. Nobody. And if you aim to achieve greatness, you need to embrace the struggle as a necessary ingredient.
But most people get distracted on their way to success. They start the discipline routine, eating right, doing the workouts, doing the self-development, but then they get pulled off course by the distractions around them.
Do not allow that to happen to you. You have got to be relentless in your focus. You got to be starving to change your life and block out everything else that doesn't support the vision.
In the world we live in now, you'll be endlessly bombarded with streams of social media, the relentless noise of the internet, the constant pull of just mindlessly scrolling, but you've got to resist, to stay sharp.
Think of your focus like a muscle, just like lifting weights in the gym. You gotta train it. It's about saying no to the unnecessary all the time wasters that eat away at your productivity. It's about discipline, about choosing what deserves your attention and what doesn't.
To sharpen this weapon, you gotta stay self-aware of what you're concentrating on. That means living in this very moment without getting lost in regrets or things you could have done better in the past or worries about the future. It's about being fully present in whatever you're doing right this second and giving it your absolute all.
The combination of desperation and hunger with laser focus is the formula to be great at something. This formula is the cornerstone of mental mastery.
And the only way you prove to yourself that you really want it is that you no longer hit the snooze button. You no longer lose focus when you're studying. You no longer take shortcuts. You are willing to do whatever it takes. Proving to yourself that you want your dream is about demonstrating control over your mind in every aspect of life, from the moment you wake up to the way you approach every task and challenge.
You're setting the example every single day of your life. When you build this mental toughness by looking at every little thing as a test of your will and your ability to do what you say you're going to do, your life is going to get better.
You don't get here by quitting when you're tired. You get here by quitting when you're finished, when you reach completion, when you've executed.
This level of commitment is what separates those who simply envision from those who achieve. If you're determined to win, to reach paradise, your every moment must reflect that commitment. Pack your calendar with actions that drive you towards your goals, because it's in this relentless pursuit that your dreams transform into reality.
And yes, it's tough. It's tough to tune out the noise, to shut off the distractions, to really hone in on what's important. But that's what separates the successful from the unsuccessful. The ability to focus, to keep your eyes on the prize. That's what will get you to where you want to be. Most people go through life never discovering what their talents are. Most people never develop their talents. They have skills and abilities, but if you don't nurture them, if you don't develop them, they will never serve you. Your gifts can take you many places if you develop your gifts. And you'll be surprised at the things that you're able to do. When you learn how to block things out, when you learn how to keep thine eyes single, learning how to concentrate, learning how to focus in, deciding that you're going to focus to develop your skills, you'll be surprised at the ideas that will come to you, of the people that you'll be able to attract,
of the opportunities that you'll be able to see. You'll begin to see things that have been standing there looking you in the face saying, I can't believe this has been here all this time. But you can learn all the techniques in the world. If you don't believe in yourself, it won't happen for you. You've got to focus on you. And as you convince you, as you sell yourself every day, you will begin to see a difference in the things that you're doing. Selling yourself on your ability to perform a job, to achieve a certain objective. Telling yourself every day, here I go again. And I got what it takes. This is my day, and nothing out here is going to stop me. Decide that you're going to push yourself. You have something that you brought to the universe. And that if you decide that my life deserves my developing this what I do well, and becoming the best at it, and mastering myself, and seeing what I have within me, I grant you that your gifts will take you places that will literally amaze you.
And many of you cannot get to your level of success. You cannot get to dominance because you are worried about everything that's coming in your ear, guys. You gotta learn to kill the noise. Who cares what they say? Dominance. Who cares what they think? Dominance. Listen to me, nothing succeeds like success. You wanna kill your haters? You wanna shut them down? You wanna kill the noise? Nothing succeeds like success. And I'm telling you, if you can learn the noise and dominate your space, your lane. Stay in your lane and dominate your lane. I'm telling you, not only will you compete, not only will you dominate, but you, my friend, will leave a dynasty. I dare you to dominate. I challenge you to find your space. Stay in your space and create something in your space that has never been created before. Control your lane. I dare you to believe in your uniqueness. I dare you to believe in you. I dare you to stand up for yourself. I dare you to dominate your space, your world, and to leave a legacy.
This world will test you to your very core. It'll knock you down and kick dirt in your face. And in these moments, the universe will be asking you one simple question. How bad? You really want it?
How bad? You're gonna lose all your money, all your friends, all the people you care about. And when that happens, do you still want it bad enough to keep getting back up and keep moving forward?
If you can find your why for doing this and for sticking it out, in spite of all the pain, you can find a way to win.
You've got to keep that belief alive. Your belief in why you're doing this. What is it that makes it worth it to you? To keep standing up in the face of all these setbacks.
If you can keep your belief alive, you can make it. That belief is what will keep you pushing forward. When you believe that there is a way, you will find a way. And if you can't find one, you will make one.
Because a person who has a belief in themselves and what they're doing and knows without a shadow of doubt that they deserve what they're fighting for, they won't ever back down.
No matter how rough it gets, no matter how many rejections they gotta go through, no matter how many people come up against them, they will keep standing and keep showing up to the battle. You're gonna have so many moments where you doubt yourself, where you think you can't go on. But I want you to remember, these rough times haven't come to stay. They've come to pass.
Not getting what you want can be the most valuable experience of your life. You got to think of each problem as a gift, an opportunity for growth and learning.
When you operate in chaos, when everything turns upside down for you, that's where true greatness is forged. These are the moments that define champions. These are the crucibles where the strongest versions of ourselves are shaped.
I need you to have the courage to act outwardly on those visions you see inwardly. That dream that you have, that life you want to live. You got to hold on to that idea so tightly that no matter how dark things get around you, you never let it go. You keep it clear and in sight and in focus inside your mind.
The path to success isn't easy. It's going to break you down to your absolute lowest. But the difficulty itself is what prepares you and propels you to higher levels of achievement.
So when all hope seems lost, when the pain won't stop, when things you never thought would happen do happen, you find a reason to keep going. Because you're a warrior. You don't run from pain, you embrace it. Pain is a part of life, but suffering is a choice, and you choose to push through it. Tough times never last, but tough people do. And you have to decide that you're gonna be tough.
How do you hang in there during the hard, difficult times? You must have faith. You've got to believe in yourself. You've got to believe in your abilities. You've got to believe in your vision, your dreams, your ideas unquestionably. When you have faith, that faith gives you patience. Patience that things will get better as you move forward over time. But you have to keep moving and keep plugging away.
These lessons are the building blocks of your success. Each failure, each rejection is a step closer to your goal. They're not just stumbling blocks, they're stepping stones. They're a step in the staircase in order to go higher.
When those terrible things happen to you, you're gonna have that negative voice, that internal dialogue telling you you're not good enough. Don't allow that voice to take over you. Engage in a battle with that negative part of yourself. Shut it down and block it out. And block out any other voice that tells you you can't make it. Listen to that voice inside you that says, it's possible. It's possible I can do this. I know I have what it takes.
I know that where I am right now is not where I'm gonna be for the rest of my life. I have so much more to give. I have the power to change everything for me. And I'm not gonna stop until I get what I want. Because I deserve it. I deserve a better life.
And you can't kind of want that thing. You gotta want it with every bit of your heart, every bit of your being. You gotta be willing to pour every bit of your energy, effort, and focus into it in order to make it happen. It's gonna push you harder than anything else ever has.
Make a personal declaration to wage war against being average. You have full control over your mind and therefore your life. It's about taking conscious, determined efforts to reinvent your life and committing wholeheartedly to your goal. When you're committed, you don't care about the odds. You don't care about the facts. You care only about the possibilities for you and your dream.
And you gotta go into this knowing that it's not gonna be a smooth journey. There's gonna be sharp ridges you gotta climb over. There's gonna be betrayals and devastation constantly on the way. But if you really want it like you say you do, you'll do whatever the hell it takes to get through it. And if you do get through all the pain, all the trials, all the tears, all the long nights of worry, it will be so worth it.
No matter what happens to you in life, nothing can stop you. The only thing that can stop you is you.
What do? When you have been telling yourself you can reach your goal, and you're losing every day? What do? When you've lost your spirit, you've lost your job, you lost everything, life been devastated. Once you are defeated in your mind, ladies and gentlemen, it's all over.
Your problem is your pain has identified you. Your pain is waking you. You have a choice how you respond to your pain. And some of you in this room, for real, I'm just gonna be honest with you, you're getting wimpy on me. You're getting soft on me. You are not the only person that's been through a divorce, boo. Get over it. You're not the first one, you won't be the last one. You can turn that divorce into something. You're not the first one to lose your promotion and get fired. You're not the first one. You're not the first one they let go of. You won't be the last one. The question is, what you gonna do about it?
I know what it is to walk the floor and you don't know how you're gonna make it. When people no longer believe in you. And you are all you got. And you got to say to yourself, when you fail again and again, they tell you no, sometimes with tears in your eyes, it's possible. When life stagger you, the thing that'll get you up on your knees and get you standing in the center of the ring and find something from somewhere deep down in to keep on slugging and keep on fighting is, it's possible. It's possible. If I just stand long enough, I can pull this off. When you're facing defeat, disappointment, seem like life has rid you off and everybody saying you can't do it. You don't have what it takes. All you need to affirm that in spite of this, it's possible that I can do it.
So what makes ET different than everybody else? Every year I just kept going. And I kept going. And I kept going. And I kept saying one day gonna be my day. But you know what I'm not gonna do? I'm not gonna quit in the process. I'm not gonna give up. I'm not gonna give in.
You want your stuff? It's necessary you take responsibility for it. That you make it happen, that you don't give up, that you don't take any objection or disappointment or defeats personally, that you keep on keeping on, that you don't decide that I can't make it because you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel, that you realize that's a part of the program.
The difference is not the genetic code, the potential. It's the guy that's willing to get knocked down, finally tell someone fortune, stand back up, the perseverance to see it through, the never say die attitude. And I go in there, man, and if I don't win, I showed up, I gave my valid effort. And tomorrow I'll do the same thing. And I'll continue to throw shit against the wall. Every day I'll throw more up there and try it again, and I'll never get comfortable.
I don't feel rejected. I tried. How do you feel rejected when you try? The person who didn't try should feel rejected. The person that didn't try should feel defeated. The person that didn't try should feel some type of way. I tried. I don't feel rejected. I feel good about myself. I tried. I don't feel bad. I gave it 120%. You can't never feel bad when you put forth 120%. You can't let the outcomes make you feel whack. I'm not whack. I'm a warrior. I'm not whack. You know how much I went through to make that thing happen?
And I will not stop in the middle of the process. I will not be defeated. I will not be destroyed. I will take everything that happens in my life and I will allow the pain to push me to greatness. You will not break me. You will not stop me. The only way I lose is if I quit. And I've made up in my mind that I will get a reward for the pain that I go through. You can't defeat me.